You, cat eat. Some minutes later, recognizable food comes back up. That doesn't prove speed. Barfing do we get to contentment. If it repeats, it comes with warning signs. Call your vet. Otherwise, time the next normal meal before changing food or amount. Contentment. For the 3-meal speed check, keep food and amount stable. Split each meal into smaller portions and log the outcome. Improvement support parts asking your vet about slower delivery. No change, recurrent occurrence, or warning signs ended. First, record what you can actually see. Editing. When is active. You may see retching or the belly working before material comes up. The naked regurgitation is more passive, and recognizable food may return with little effort. Those descriptions help your vet. They don't diagnose the cause. And expand warning sign. Now blood, pain, low energy, appetite or weight change, trouble keeping food or water down, attack insane, a possible toxin or swallowed object or a rapid decline. Any one of those skips the home check. Consequences and contentment. If none of those applies and this was an isolated, otherwise mild event, use the next rescheduled meals. Don't add meals. Common contentment. Don't wait for 3 more episodes and start with the same food and the same daily amount. Change only the delivery. Send contentment. Divide each scheduled meal into smaller portions using a setup your cat can eat from safely. Start the timer when your cat begins. Penance and contentment, stop it when the meal is finished or your cat walks away. The bowl doesn't need to look clever. Contentment and contentment. The comparison needs to stay clean. Give each meal 1 line in your phone. Write the start and finish time. Confidence and content. Then note the next stretch after the meal. Nothing happened. Material returned passively, or there was active retching or belly effort. Add what the material looked like, but don't turn that description into a diagnosis. Recognizable food is useful. Definitely too fast is a guess. Last, record appetite and energy. Ed and confident. Contrast with a cat who finishes dinner and acts normal or acts your vet a different picture from a cat who won't eat, hides, or seems weak. I used to think the shape of the food settled the question. It doesn't. The action, timing, repetition, and wider condition carry more information. Confidence and contentment. Suppose the first smaller delivery takes longer and nothing comes back up. That's useful, but it isn't a verdict. Haunt. 1 quiet meal can't prove speed caused the earlier event. Even 3 quiet meals can't diagnose why it happened. There, and the honest conclusion is narrower, slower delivery appears manageable for this cat, and the observation is worth sharing with your vet. Confident and contentment. Ask whether that setup makes sense to continue. This is the point of the check. It replaces as a guess with a better report, not with a home diagnosis. Blessed contentment. Brain all 3 scheduled meals stay uneventful, and your cat otherwise looks well. Keep the record. Ask your vet whether slower, smaller delivery is appropriate to continue, especially if the original event concerned you. Then to delivery is slower. So that French too, but the same pattern happens again. Stop. To this little and speed enough to explain what you're seeing, and its recurrence belongs with your veterinarian. Branch 3, no material returns, but a warning sign appears. The C cuts near Zoppel if real. This still stop and need out meal log never outweighs blood, pain, weakness, appetite or weight change, trouble keeping food or water down, instant contentment, or a possible toxin or swallowed object. Notice what changed. You're no longer asking, was it the food? Contented? You're asking, what did I observe and which next move fits it? Queen contentment. During these meals, don't switch foods, cut the daily amount, fast your cat, or force feeding. To contents and contentment, those changes muddy the comparison and may be unsafe for an individual cat. Don't buy a product because a package promises to fix vomiting. Is contentment. Small deliveries are a management option, not a cure. And don't remove the bowl mid-bite to police your cat's speed. Prepare the small portions before the meal. Let your cat eat without being startled or challenged. Because there the gun for 10th and contentment. The visual can stay simple, the and real cat and ordinary a timer and 3 meal entries filling in 1 by 1. And contentment. We never need to show an illness event. We never need to make one happen. Youth confidence. If you're feeding your cat's on a prescribed diet or a feeding plan, keep that plan unless the veterinarian who manages it tells you otherwise. Sometimes the nodes won't form a tidy pattern. One event looks passive, another includes effort. Timing changes. Appetite drops later. Pauses differences into probably speed. Mixed signs of their information. They tell you the home comparison has reached its limit. The same is true when the event repeats before all 3 meals are complete. You stop with 1 or 2 lines. Confidence and contentment. An unfinished logs is safer than waiting for a third event just to complete the method's name. Call your vet and describe what changed. Contentment. If your cat is declining quickly, can't keep food or water down, or may have swallowed something harmful. Contentment. Seek prompt veterinary help rather than waiting for a routine comparison. Give the clinic 5 plain facts when the meal started and ended. The contentment, how soon the event followed, whether there was active effort or a passive return, what the material looked like, and what changed in appetite. Energy or frequency. Those facts are useful because they're observations. They don't pretend to name the cause. Back to that opening meal. If slower delivery appears to help, discuss continuing. If nothing changes, speed is insufficient. If the pattern repeats or any warning sign appears, yet the check is over and your veterinarian is the next move.